Chapter 4 Animals Living and Surviving. Learning Objectives: Classification on the basis of habitat, classification on the basis of body structure, adaptation for food. You have already read how plants adapt themselves to their surroundings. Animals also adapt themselves according to their surroundings or food they eat. Animals are found everywhere on the earth, in water and on land. Animals are of different structures and they eat different foods. Animals can be grouped or classified in three ways on the basis of their habitats, their body structure, and their food habits. Classification on the basis of habitats. A place where plants and animals live and which provide them food and shelter is called habitat. A habitat can be big, forest, or small, leaf. The ability to adjust to one's habitat is called adaptation. Terrestrial, land animals. Animals that live on land are called terrestrial animals. Their bodies are suited to live on land. They breathe with the help of lungs. Some of them have sharp teeth and claws to catch their prey. Most of them have legs which help them to run fast, to catch their prey, or to protect themselves. Their senses are well developed. This helps them to look for food and escape from enemies. In the polar region, animals have to face harsh winters. The body of a polar bear is covered with a thick layer of hair. There is also a thick layer of fat below its skin. Both these features keep the bear comfortably warm. Even the soles of its feet have good amount of hair which enables it to walk on the cold slippery ice. The thick layer of feathers and the layers of fat below the skin keep the penguins warm. The flipper-like wings, webbed feet, and the shape of their bodies make penguins excellent swimmers. Science Connect. Birds that live in very cold regions fly away to warmer regions in winter. The bar-headed geese that live in Himalayan regions are seen near lakes and wetlands in several places in India in winter months. Deserts are very hot during the day but become cold at night. Animals living there are adapted to these conditions and are also able to live with very little water. The camel has a thick skin which protects it from the hot sun and cold. Fat is stored in its hump. It uses this fat and can survive without food or water for many days. Some animals like frogs, snakes, lizards and many insects survive in the winter by going into a long period of sleep. They don't eat or drink during this period. They keep lying in a safe place like a cave, hole or burrow to save energy. This period of winter sleep is called hibernation. Arboreal, tree-dwelling animals. Animals which spend a lot of time on trees are called arboreal animals. Their body is suited to live in trees. They have long and strong limbs with sharp claws to climb the trees. The monkey and the chameleon have long tails to grip the branches. The tails also help the arboreal animals to balance their body. Aquatic animals. Aquatic animals are the animals that live in water. Fish, seahorse and octopus are some aquatic animals. They have the following adaptations. Most of the aquatic animals have fins or limbs to help them to swim. Aquatic birds like ducks and geese have webbed feet which help them to push water back while swimming. Most of them breathe through gills. exceptions like whales breathe through lungs. Some of them, such as whales, have a thick layer of fat called blubber under the skin to keep them warm and help them to float. Amphibians. Some animals like frogs, crocodiles, turtles, crabs, salamanders, etc. can live both on land and in water. Such animals are called amphibians. When on land, amphibians breathe through their lungs. In water, their skin absorbs oxygen from the water and helps them to breathe. These animals also have folds of skin between the fingers of their feet. These folds are called webs. Their webbed feet help them to swim. Aerial, flying animals. Animals that fly are called aerial animals. Birds and bats are aerial animals. Birds fly with the help of their wings. Hollow bones make their bodies light and help them to fly. Their tail helps them change direction while flying. Feathers on their body keep them warm. The wings are made of thin layers of skin. Animals have developed various ways to protect themselves from their enemies. Some animals stay in groups to protect themselves. For example, buffalo, fish, birds, and elephants. To protect their young ones, buffaloes and elephants form a circle around their young ones. Some animals, such as deer and kangaroo, run very fast to escape from their enemies. Rhinoceros and buffaloes have horns for defense. Tortoise and snail have a hard shell. When faced with danger, they hide in the shell. A porcupine has sharp spines on its body. The enemy cannot attack for fear of injuring itself. Parakeet, chameleon, and polar bear can easily blend with their surroundings. They thus confuse their enemies and escape from them. This is known as camouflaging. A polar bear has white fur, which enables it to blend with its background, which is the snow. Similarly, a chameleon can change its body color quickly according to its surrounding. Some animals have stripes on their bodies, such as zebra, tiger, etc. These animals adapt ways to merge with objects like twigs, grass, etc. The predator often gets confused and is unable to identify the hiding prey. Classification on the basis of body structure. On the basis of their structures, animals can be grouped into two groups, vertebrates and invertebrates. Animals without backbone, invertebrates. Animals without backbone are called invertebrates. For example, insects, bugs, spiders, worms, starfish, snails, and octopus. Animals with backbone, vertebrates. Animals with backbone are called vertebrates. Vertebrates can further be divided into 5 classes. Fish. Fish breathe using gills. Water flows over them. Oxygen in water is absorbed by the gills. Their body is covered by small protective plates called scales. They use fins to keep their balance. Most of the amphibians have lungs to breathe air. They can also breathe through skin. They lay eggs in water. Reptiles. Reptiles live mainly on land. Lizards, snakes, etc. They have lungs for breathing. They lay eggs and have dry, rough, scaly, and tough skin. Birds. Parrot, ostrich, crow, sparrow, etc. are examples of birds. Birds have feathers over the body. They have a beak but no teeth. They have hollow bones which make their body light. They lay eggs. Fact time. A hummingbird lays very tiny eggs. 3 of them weigh about 1 gram. Mammals. Mammals give birth to babies. They have hair on their body. They feed milk to their young ones. Almost all mammals give birth to babies. They do not lay eggs except for some, like the duck-billed platypus. Adaptation for food. Animals eat plants or other animals. The teeth and bodies of animals are adapted to the kind of food they eat. On the basis of food they eat, animals are of these types. Herbivores. Animals that eat plants are called herbivores. Cows, horses, goats, deer, etc. are herbivores. Their sharp front teeth help them to cut grass, and their flat grinding teeth at the back help them to chew the grass. The trunk of the elephant and the long neck of the giraffe help them to break and eat leaves from trees. Carnivores. Animals that eat the flesh of other animals are called carnivores. Tigers, lions, wolves, foxes, etc. are carnivores. They have long and sharp teeth and claws which help them to tear the flesh. They have strong legs which help them to run fast to catch their prey. Snakes are carnivores. They use their scales to move fast on the ground. They swallow their prey whole. Eagles and vultures are carnivores. They have sharp claws and beaks to catch their prey and tear its flesh. Omnivores. Animals that eat both plants and animals are called omnivores. Bears, dogs and crows are omnivores. Humans are also omnivores. Parasites. Animals that depend on other living animals for their food are called parasites. Mosquitoes, fleas and leeches are parasites that suck the blood of other animals. They do not have teeth. Instead, they have sucking tubes in their mouths. Keywords: hibernation, a long winter sleep of animals; camouflage, the ability to merge with the surroundings; invertebrates, animals without backbone; vertebrates, animals with backbone. At a glance: types of animals on the basis of habitat: terrestrial, polar region, polar bear; deserts, camel; arboreal, monkey, chameleon; aquatic, fish, seahorse; aerial, bird, bat; amphibian, frog, turtle. On the basis of body structure: vertebrates, fishes, reptiles, birds, mammals; invertebrates, insects, bugs, spiders, starfish;